All right, Keith, so what's the better approach here in this town? Is it chasing a title or trying to build a sustained winner?
Well, I think that the goal of every GM that has ever come to New York, especially with the Mets, is to try to build a sustained winner. I mean, life of chasing a title is up and down. I mean, that's kind of New York to me. Traffic's good one day, horrible 5 minutes later. But building a sustained winner is why David Stearns is getting paid a lot of money, a $10 million deal over 5 years for a front office member, a POBO, president of baseball operations. He's trying to be a Theo Epstein, somebody who can bring a title to New York and do it the way that the Dodgers do it right now, which is a sustainable model. If you have a hole, your farm system can fill that. If your farm system doesn't fill that, you have a couple bucks behind you that can fill that. If the Mets are sitting there 90 wins every single year, 85 wins like the Milwaukee Brewers were, I like that better.
But here's where you're wrong, Keith. The Dodgers don't choose. They go for a title every year, and they have a sustained winner. They have this infrastructure in place that is so good that while they're not winning the World Series every year, they are in the mix every year. And that's kind of how you win titles. The longer you're in the mix, the more chances you have to just have one of those seasons where everything comes together and you do win a title. So I think if you asked David Stearns, I think if you asked Steve Cohen and the Mets brass, and you said, which do you prefer, a sustained winner or going for a title, they would answer that way. They would say both. It's not impossible when you have those sorts of resources to do both.
Keith, don't listen to this guy. You're right. You're right, Keith.
He's wrong.
You want a sustainable winner. And my biggest thing for the Mets, though, is, yes, they can do that. We need to see the pitching, though. We have seen the guys, position players, develop in the farm system. They're up to AAA now, a few of them, the big names. Where are the pitchers? That's what this organization needs. And Steve Cohen even said as much last summer when he did his state of address when things were starting to go sideways for this club. He even said we need to start developing pitchers. That's going to be the difference. And that's what we've seen the Dodgers do. We need to see the Mets do that for them to hit on it. But I'm with you, man. That's the way to go.
Right, but ultimately, it should be both. If we could sit back and watch the Yankees do it and the Dodgers do it, then the Mets should be able to do it. It's as simple as that. They were trying to do both the last couple years, and now it's a step back or repurposing. Fans are going to have a tough time when you have the richest owner in the sport and the highest payroll and all that stuff. And after, the problem is you get a little taste of it. And now Met fans who were dying for anything got a little taste of it, and now they're being asked to take a step back. I understand the frustration. I also understand how to build a sustained winner, and that should be the goal. But this is New York.
I'm glad I'm not the only one in the room who wants a World Series title. I mean,
I'm with you. It should be both.